Welcome back, everybody, to the Varsity Squad Show. I'm your host, Sheldon.
I'm Daniel.
And I'm Landon.
What's up, fellas? Good morning. Good morning. How's you guys this week been so far?
It's been pretty busy. Getting ready for a game today. Pretty stoked. We're versing Sierra Linda High School, so that's pretty exciting.
Okay.
And they picked us for their homecoming game, which is gonna be pretty exciting to go there and beat them on their homecoming game.
Ooh,
so yeah, it's pretty exciting. That's what I've been doing all week, just preparing for today.
Gotcha. Daniel?
Yeah, it's definitely been a busy week. It flew by. I'm excited that the weekend's here.
Got any plans for the weekend?
Watching some football games. Hopefully another Cardinals win.
Hopefully.
Some tough Rams.
Yeah.
I want to go to a restaurant too, have a nice dinner. Maybe some Korean barbecue or something. I don't know.
Okay. Other than your game, you got any plans for the weekend, Landon?
I mean, not really. I mean, got my little brother's birthday.
Okay.
Celebrating that.
Nice.
So yeah, that's fun.
Sweet. Well, guys, we have some great stuff to talk about on the show today. We'll do our AIA and the CAA recap. We'll talk about a couple of outstanding athletes. We'll also have our CAA and the AIA report. And we'll have our pro sports report. And, of course, cap or no cap. Now, guys, in AIA girls volleyball, Sunny Slope took down Pinnacle in all 3 sets played. Queen Creek beat Highland 3 sets to 1 set. And Hamilton went on to beat Chandler in 3 sets. Siloam High School edged out Mountainside 3 sets out of the 4 sets played, but each set was very, very close. Valley Lutheran took down Sequoia Charter 3 out of 4 sets. In AIA Badminton, Skyline beat Chandler 6-3. Mountain View, Mesa beat Basha 5-4, close game there. Hamilton beat Sunny Slope 6-3. And North Canyon put a smackdown on Barry Goldwater 9-0. Now we're going to jump straight into the CAA report recap. Daniel, take us away.
All right, in CAA girls volleyball, Heritage Academy, Maricopa beat Imagine at Superstition in 3 short sets. Basis Peoria edged out Pan American Charter, winning 3 out of the 4 sets played. Now over in CAA boys soccer, Tri-City College Prep beat Thunderbird Adventist Academy 5-3. Gila Band High edged out at Imagine at Coolidge 2-1. And Ville de Marie beat Arrowhead Christian 2-0. I think that's their lowest scoring game so far. Mission Heights Prep was able to beat Harvest Prep Yuma 5-1.
Now, guys, let's talk about that Ville de Marie game 2-0. Something we haven't seen all year. Every game so far they've blown the competition out.
Yeah, that's surprising. I mean, they've been scoring like 10, 14, all these types of crazy scores.
Now all to 0, so their defense isn't. I mean, their defense isn't anything new.
Yeah.
Do you think maybe this game is a sign that maybe there's other teams that are just as good as them, or maybe they just had an off game and couldn't get it done scoring as many goals as they usually do?
I feel like they actually played a team for once that had a very great defense.
Okay.
So, but there may be teams that up on their schedule upcoming that are going to be just as tough as they are.
Right. Maybe as we get closer and closer to the playoffs, and once we have playoffs, maybe we'll see that score a lot. Maybe 2-0, 1-0, 1-2, stuff like that. Obviously, this year they've only allowed, I think, 2 goals all year, and I think 7 or 8 games. So, I mean, it's pretty impressive.
The defense is working hard.
Defense is working hard, and that defense, again, they allowed 0. They didn't allow anything, so they didn't do anything different in the game. Now, guys, I want to, ask a question about the volleyball. We've had a lot of blowouts lately in the volleyball. A lot of 3 sets to 0, 3-1. If you're a team down 2-0, you're down 2 sets to 0, and if you lose this 3rd set, you're going to lose the game. What do you think a team's mentality? What's going through their mind when they're down 2-0?
That's hard because in a 2-0 position, you can't afford another set.
Right.
You got to be on top
every
of
point,
it.
Every point matters at that point.
You have to be on top of it at every point in the game because you do need every single point. So I think it's important for the coach to make sure that the players aren't getting down on themselves or already thinking they lost the game, because it's not lost. We've seen teams come back from 2-0.
Right.
It's definitely possible.
We had a game at the beginning of the year where they were down 2-0, and it was 24-20 in the third set.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
They were 1 point away from losing the game, and obviously, you could say, well, we could just allow the 1 point and it'll be a good game, but we'll do better next time. Or you could give everything you have. I think they rattled off 7 straight sets. I think that was the game that was like 2 hours long.
Yeah.
So you're having a long game, you're working extra hard, but that win is what really matters. Now, Landon, let's flip it. Let's say you're the team that's up 2-0. What is your mentality to go into that third set and finish the game off?
You just keep pushing. I mean, you don't stop. You don't take it in and say, "Oh, we got this. It's easy." You keep going. You don't take your foot off the gas.
Yeah.
You just keep going.
So you got to finish the game, because at the end of the day, if you allow them to maybe win that third set,
they're gonna have a
momentum.
Yeah.
They're gonna have that momentum to maybe win the next one. So
that momentum carries for sure.
Yeah, and I think volleyball is such a cool sport like that, is where a set doesn't define the whole game. You got to play if it's you got to win 3 out of 5 for the varsity level at least.
Yeah.
And there's 5 sets played, so if it's 2-2, obviously that 5th set matters and it's a little bit shorter than the rest. But just if you're down 2-0 or up 2-0, you still got to push no matter what.
Yeah, you have to.
And like I said, that third set, every point matters. So, obviously we've had a lot of blowouts, so hopefully we can start seeing some better games. Maybe we can have a game that goes back and forth, one set, and then finally the 5th. But I guess only time will tell.
Yeah.
Only time will tell. But guys, that's going to wrap up our AIA and the CAA recap. Next up, we're going to be talking about a couple outstanding athletes, so don't go away.